Good morning, this is Guild Daddy D, Mr. D, or just plain D. Today we are looking at the July 31st NA/EU patch notes. They've just dropped, just log into the game now. So, as we jump right in, as always, I like to start with the events. Maybe. Yes, there we go. Quick to join, fast to grow, meet your new sailing partners. So those of you who have been putting off upgrading your sailors, it sounds like now is the time. Sailors who once only visited Velia and Ilia will now also appear in Portaferia. You'll be able to meet the following sailors. A lot of people are going to be going after the realistic probably for the speed. Innocents are also, I think, the best in slot for speed. Purchase a sailor contract certificate and recruit your next crew member. During this event, you'll find even more innocent sailors waiting for you at Portaferia. When you hire a sailor, their visit time will now be much shorter, just 5 to 10 minutes. And defeat any Great Ocean monster during the event to earn double Sailor XP. So now's your chance to get out there and grind sailors. So going back to the patch notes, new additions and improvements. Last week we've rolled out the previously announced combat system improvements on the live servers. Since these changes represent major overhauls, we're keeping a close eye on how things are playing out in the monster zones, node wars, and other PvP content, while also reviewing your feedback. We know that with so many big and small changes happening at once, some of you have adapted quickly, while others are insert salty tears here. In particular, we realize that the changes to monster zones may have disrupted the familiar flow, causing some inconvenience. We sincerely apologize. This update isn't just a simple stat tweak, it's a complete rework of the combat system. For monster zones, we've set a clear design direction so that you could choose zones based on your AP. After analyzing the results and your feedback since the patch, we've seen some areas working as intended, but also uncovered some unexpected issues. Moving forward, we'll continue adjusting PvE zones. Areas whose rewards fall short of their AP requirements will be buffed, while those that over-reward will be toned down. Our goal isn't just to nerf or buff specific monster zones, but to create a fair structure where loot and rewards match the AP needed for each zone. We'll also address any mechanics or difficulty spikes that feel unnecessarily frustrating. We understand that not everyone may agree with this direction. However, since we shared these plans in the last ball, it's crucial now to focus on bringing our intended design and our actual gameplay experience into closer alignment. We'll pay close attention to every detail so nothing is overlooked. If any unavoidable changes or special circumstances come up that require us to shift direction, we'll let you know in advance. Our commitment to working and talking things out with our adventurers has not changed, and we'll keep working to find the best solution. Now, about PvP. With upcoming gear updates and changes to mouse movement and resistance effects, the PvP environment is still a bit unstable. We know, as many of you have pointed out so far this year, that the so-called defense meta, where characters have become too tanky, needs to be addressed. So we'll be rolling out urgent balance patches first for the classes most affected by recent combat changes. We're also preparing improvements for certain classes like Sage Awakening that have become too powerful. Uh-oh. Nerf incoming. Other classes will be carefully reviewed and adjusted step by step. Since PvP is influenced by many factors, including adventurer skill and gear, we want to approach these changes carefully and avoid sweeping adjustments all at once. In the short term, we'll focus on urgent class tweaks while keeping the bigger picture in mind. Starting out with Zerk. We know that disabling mouse movement during skill use has been frustrating, especially for those of you who main Zerk. Before we roll out the full PvP balance update, we're first addressing balance around this change, starting with Zerk and then moving on to other classes. Zerk used to rely on Lava Piercer to close in on enemies, but its limited uses and lack of quick direction changes made it difficult to use effectively. Now if you use Shake Off or Evasion while moving, Lava Piercer's cooldown will reset, as long as you have enough stamina, allowing you to use it consecutively. For Awakening, you can now change direction mid-air, not just when you land after a leap. These changes will feed into our upcoming overall PvP balance update, so please share your feedback. So, let's see here. Lava Piercer changed so you no longer increase movement distance when used in beast form, and changed it that the skill's cooldown resets when you combo into Shake Off or Evasion during the skill. Changed the defensive effect forward guard to super armor for tackling rock. Beast form Changed the skill name to Prime Beast or Prime Berserk form, updated the skill icon accordingly, and added the bestial rage state of Prime Unstoppable Beast while using Berserker form. Changed so that the enhanced effects granted while under the bestial rage state to also be activated when using the skill alone. Separated Prime Berserk form and bestial rage states so that the beast form can be maintained even if the Prime Berserk form is deactivated, and then change the skill icon for Unstoppable Beast. Lava Piercer, change the skill so it now maintains the Iron Buster state when used with your Iron Buster. Skills comboed after using the skill with your Iron Buster will prioritize Awakening skills, and then Giant Leap, changed to allow for additional leaps to be performed consecutively while airborne. Press WF or SF after landing to activate them. And this is when used after the landing. You know how hard it's got to be to jump backwards? Jump forward. Zerk is pretty cool. And then let's see. Example 1. That's pretty good distance of mobility. I gotta get used to that when using my Zerk. Shai. Last week's update brought significant changes for Shai. With the new unified rules for DP reduction, many of Shai's strengths, particularly those tied to Misty Haze, felt quite different. Today we've implemented a series of adjustments to help Shai thrive more reliable in PvE even when solo. We'll continue to monitor performance and may introduce further tweaks. That covers the practical changes for now. Beyond these immediate improvements, we're taking a closer look at what makes Shai unique and where she should go from here. Shai started out as a life skill specialist, and thanks to her unique talent, she's also been a strong support in party play. However, her distinct mechanics have, over time, both shaped and constrained her balance. With that in mind, we're carefully exploring new possibilities. Your feedback is appreciated and invaluable, blah, blah, blah. Okay, tuck and roll. Increase of movement distance by 25%. Added invincible when using the skill in PvE. Sprinkle Sparkle, change the skill to now deal damage to enemies and recover HP to allies. Can recover up to 300 HP based on the skill. Increases the projectile speed and maximum travel range. Yippee! Added super armor when using the skill. Change the skill's acquisition level so you can get it at level 30 now. Change the skill to no longer trigger a falling animation when jumping while using the skill. You may still take damage or die if falling for great heights, and if your character attempted to land but was repositioned midair, the falling animation will play. Added super armor when using the skill Get Well. Over here, change the cooldown down to 2 minutes. Added knockback on hits for Twirl Boom. Now remove the movement speed decrease buff. Added all DP minus 20 for 10 seconds, and changed into a skill that deals damage to targets. Try this, added forward guard, and then 1, 2, 3, twirl 3, eat this, go away, tumble wumble, twirl boom. Increase the time characters can rotate based on camera direction while using the skill. Earth's Tremble, change the debuff on hit from a stun to a knockdown. And Sun's Fury, remove movement speed decrease, change so now attack speed and casting speed decrease reduces up to 25% based on your soul's enhancement level. And adjusted the following skills damage. So a lot more damage for the Shai in PvE. Delusive Light, fix the issue where the movement speed decrease effect of the skill was not empowered according to your soul's enhancement level. Other class changes, it looks like Guardian Cleansing Flame, fix the issue where all the AP decrease effects on hits were not displayed in the skill description. Shai, fix the issue where the PvP damage reduction rate was displayed instead of the actual PvP damage ratio. Zerk, fix the issue where the skill consumed additional stamina when used via quick slot during beast form for the Lava Piercer. Wukong, fighting Buddha, fix the issue where you could activate the skill even when the gourd bottle's dew gauge wasn't full. Fixed the issue where super armor on upheaval for Wukong effect would be interrupted when quickly attacking an enemy in front during the skill, and Wukong. Fixed the issue where all the evasion increase stats were incorrectly listed in the skill description. So Shai Vitklari is being changed. Added durability reduction resistance plus 10% for outfits. Added an outfit slot equip effect plus 1 part to the equip effect details of the Viclari outfit pieces, except for Treant and Desert Camouflage. And then increase. Okay, so the Shai sounds like you're becoming more of a normal class now. Increase the extra damage to ships and sea monster stats for ship equipment. So this is kind of preparing for Blue Battlefield. Cannon, sea crystals, and ocean tiered Ebenrus Null are null by 2.6 times. So before it was 18,000 times 9 hits for extra damage to ships and sea monsters. Now it's 46,800. That'll help with the recent buff in sea monster HP. I know some people, particularly in my guild, have been telling me that it's been getting interesting at Crocs or whatnot. So the Panoxen's cannons went from 18,000 to 46,800. Improved the shop selling so that non-stackable items such as seeds can now be sold in batches up to 20 at a time. Monster Zone changes. Adjusted the balance of Sihazar and the Pit of Undying. Added messages when special attacks start and end. Increased the duration of special attack movements. Reduced the number of debuffs required to remove Sihazar's enhanced effects. Elvia fixed the issue where monsters in Hex Sanctuary had lower HP than intended, and they'll see a 100% increase in HP. Still a great grind spot, still make lots of money, but they're going to be tankier. Mount. Reduce the time required to transport mounts between stables wharfs using the mount transfer feature down from 10 minutes to 3 minutes. Added the ability to transport guild ships through the Guild Wharf Manager, and expanded the safe zones near Velia, Ilya Island, and Lima Island. Also added a Guild Wharf Manager to Ilya Island. Preparation for Blue Battlefield. If anybody's looking forward to Blue Battlefield, let me know in the comments or shoot me a DM. I'm trying to get a group going, but we'll see. Quest and Knowledge. Improve the Gumiho Not a Gifted Healer After All quest to now guide you to the quest location before accepting it. Fix the issue where the Flame Tower and the Hwacha during Node Wars was affected by characters' damage reduction stats. Arena of Solare Hall of Fame. If you go interact with the statues, you get a Blessing of Great Night buff, consuming 20 energy, and that gives you Breath XP plus 10%. Is Breath XP plus 10% really a thing? Like, I understand it's actually a thing, but and I don't mean to be cynical here, but does anybody care about Breath XP? I mean, I'm sure somebody does, but it's like, you know, how high can you stack it? Like, is there? I get it that it gives you stamina, and many classes, make or break based on stamina. But like, are there people out there grinding Breath XP? Let me know. Renewed the main theme BGM for Ataraxian Vahamechia. The Termian background will remain in-game for one more week for adventurers utilizing photo mode at Termian Beach. UI changed the item search function to Control F to now display large item quantities in abbreviated form. Web, the new wallpapers have been added to the wallpaper menu. Translation changes and modifier change. Let's see. Changed a few things on controller play. Fix the issue with the quest summer season, a whole new experience presented by Fugagar couldn't be completed. Resolve some guide and Nader's ban. Fix an issue in the arenas of Solare where characters would become stuck or invulnerable in certain spots. Removed accuracy, damage reduction, and evasion stats from the tooltip that appears where hovering over the question mark next to the AP, double AP, and defense. Fixed the issue where boss DP was not increasing correctly in the Black Shrine Huanghui party on hard mode. Fixed the issue where the knee bending pose, and this is just outfit changes. Fixed the issue where characters damage to PvP was not applied correctly in certain situations. Node War, Conquest War, War of the Roses, and Red Battlefield are now available again. Simplified remaining Blackstone armor and concentrated magical Blackstone armor items into Blackstone and concentrated magical Blackstone respectively. Delivered the simplified items to Heidel storage for those who still own the previous iterations. Changed the debuff description applied when struck by the enhanced flame tower evasion rate to evasion. Fixed the issue where the critical hit damage increase effect was not applied to some classes for the fiery sovereign awakening weapons. Fix the issues where adventurers with naval fame above 0 were incorrectly classified as pirates if their karma was below. Fix the issue where adventurers dealt higher than intended damage to ships. And fix the issue where sea monsters dealt higher than intended damage to ships. Fix the issue where horse damage was not properly applied to forts during Node War. And fix the issue where the assassin appearance was not displaying when wearing the preppy glasses. Well, there you go. There's your patch notes. Looking forward to all things coming. If you're interested in seeing what's coming before it drops, like and subscribe to the channel and look for my Global Labs patch notes. Have a wonderful day.